One sec. So your entire sessions will get recorded. I'll send you the recording of the entire class every day when we have the class, so that even if some of you someday do not come for the class, you will have the recording with you. And point is, ki guys, please ensure that I want a complete participation from your end. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter. If there is something that you have not understood, it's absolutely fine. Do ask me. Don't be scared of me at all. I'm no Hitler teacher at all. I'm the last person you should be scared with. And I would say you, before we get started with GRE, the entire prep, I'll tell you GRE is among all the competitive exam, guys. It's one of the easy exam. One of the easy exam. It's pretty easy to score in this exam. So majorly there are two parts of this exam. We have a quant part and you have a verbal part for this. Anyone who is not aware of the GRE structure, I'll just explain it directly. I'll explain it in complete details now. So there are two parts of the exam. One is quant and one you have verbal. So in quant, you have two sections. In verbal, you will have two sections asked in the exam for sure. So in quant, what are the sections? You have two sections. Section 1 will contain 12 questions. Section 1 will have 12 questions. Section 2 will have 15 questions. And these 12 questions will have somewhere, you will have 21 minutes to this. And for 15 questions, you will have 26 minutes to this. And same thing goes for verbal section. In verbal, you will have two sections. Section 1, you will have 12 questions. Section 2, you will have 15 questions. So in section 1, you will have 18 minutes in verbal, 3 minutes less than what you get in quant. And in section 2, you will have 23 minutes, 3 minutes less than what you get in verbal. So this is in detail about GRE sections for sure. Please understand the entire exam is section adaptive exam. What do you mean by section adaptive? Anyone? What do you mean by sectional adaptive? Anyone? Please tell me.
No.
So sectional adaptive means that, imagine if you have, first of all, you don't know which section is going to come first. It might happen that when you go for a GRE exam, some of you, like Shubham, you may get quant first, then verbal, then quant, or you may have quant, verbal. Manvi, if you go to the exam, you might have verbal, quant. You might have verbal, quant. You don't know what section, what is the series of your exam will be not known to you at all. Anything can come first. But always remember, the first section will be quant or verbal. That will contain only 12 questions. Remember that. Whether it be a quant or verbal, it does not matter. Section 1 will contain 12 questions. And if it is maths question, if it's a maths section, quant section, you will have 21 minutes. If it's a verbal section, you will have 18 minutes. Section 2 again will have, if at all it's a maths, it will have 15 question, 26 minutes, 15 questions in verbal, 23 minutes. The point sectional adaptive test means that, imagine if this first section of quant, you do perform good at it. The second section of quant will be a bit tougher one. If first section of verbal you perform good at it, the second section of verbal will be a bit tougher one. Tougher one doesn't mean that it will be actually tough one. Please understand one thing very clearly. GRE quant, GRE quant is the easiest quant that is tested in entire exams conducted in this world. So we are not supposed to at all be scared with it. I'm here. I'm there 24 into 7 hour for you all. You can call me anytime. You can message me anytime. We'll form a WhatsApp group also. Whatever small group that we have where you can keep discussing all these stuffs and all. But I'll tell you, GRE quant is supposed to be the easiest quant exam tested anywhere in the world. And on a very frank note, to be a very frank guy, I'll tell you, I'm someone who teaches GMAT. I'm someone who teaches GRE. And sometimes even I feel ki, after all, why would college prefer GRE over GMAT? I don't understand this at all. Because technically GMAT is supposed to be a very tough exam. But if you look into Chat GPT, if you go to Chat GPT and you type how many people have got into Harvard Business School, I'm not taking any altu faltu college name at all. I'm taking the best college name in the world. Out of 980 people or 930 people, total strength of Harvard Business School is this: 380 people has been accepted through GRE exam. So the point is ki, who are we to say why college prefers GRE, and matlab, why is college preferring GRE over GMAT? We are no one supposed to question this at all. Because who are we when Harvard Business School is preferring GRE, when Harvard Business School is accepting GRE score? We are no one to question why it is happening. So I also feel, because the one who prepares for GMAT exams, GMAT is nothing. GMAT quant, I would say, is minimum 50 times tougher than GRE quant. So sometime you actually feel that after all, why is college preferring GRE score? But it just does not matter. End of the day, this is the result that I'm telling you is of ChatGPT from Harvard Business School. So when Harvard Business School is accepting GRE score, any school in the world is accepting GRE score, you go for ISB, Indian School of Business. Last year, almost 50% of the guys were accepted through GRE exam. It is not for us to at all think why is college preferring GRE over GMAT. Absolutely no. GRE is being preferred. The acceptance rate from GRE is very much equivalent to GMAT, and GRE quant is easier, guys. So we should 100% try to have as good a score as possible. So what happens is, like, you will have quant. Total score for the quant is 170 in GRE, and total score for verbal is 170. Out of 170, I would 100% expect you to have minimum 169, 168, or 170 out of 170. This is what we will be targeting for. Irrespective of how weak you are in quant, that doesn't matter at all. I promise to you, if the chapter that I'll be teaching you in the class, the day I leave you with that chapter, I 100 promise you, you go ahead and solve questions from that particular chapter from anywhere in the world. You should be in a position to solve it for sure. That's a straight away, that's a straight away promise from my end. I can tell you very much. So this is one thing where this is the score that we should be targeting: 169, 168, or 170 out of 170 in quant for sure. When it comes to verbal, out of 170, what is our realistic target? So please understand one thing in verbal. In verbal, if you look into verbal, I'll discuss the entire syllabus also, what is quant and what is verbal. If you look into the verbal part, in verbal part, you have reading comprehension is tested. And then what is tested is sentence equivalence and text completion. So sentence equivalence and text completions are different in naming, but technically it's a vocabulary section. Please understand it is completely vocabulary. The name could be sentence equivalence or text completion. That doesn't matter to us, but it is 100% a vocab section, and that is 30 to 40% in the exam. I'll tell you how should you work upon vocabulary 100%, because I'm someone who has been very much fond of vocabs. I could, if not now, till I was not into my engineering, till I was not into my engineering, I knew almost 70% of the advanced learner dictionary. Anything you ask me, I'll answer it to you. Anything. But I would say not. I won't have that confidence at this point of time. So I know how should you go ahead with the vocab. Please understand one thing: vocab section is not tough for you. It's tough for the entire world. It is tough for the entire world. It's not tough for you. So we cannot completely bet on this section at all, vocabulary section. Even if we mark 50% of the question right over here, we are done and dusted. Because I will not put you into a phase where you go and have words front of you, make a cards for the words and keep mugging up words. That doesn't work at all. If imagine if that would be the case, it might be working. Then everyone in the world would be vocabulary expert for sure. Am I right? Yes or no? If that is the case, that you keep a card front of you and you keep looking into the word, keep mugging around that word, it doesn't work in that way at all. So don't go mad about it at all. What we should do here is that we should target our RC 100% accuracy in this. Let's say if not 100%, 95% to 100% for sure. And even if we ensure 50% accuracy in vocabulary section, we will be able to manage to get 155 plus over here for sure. Why easily we'll be able to manage. We can easily get 159. Sometime you might get 160. Sometime you get 161, 162. Sometime you might get 155. But if we target this 169, 168, or let's say 159, 160, we are 325 plus. There is absolutely no ambiguity at all. And I can promise you, we have to be extremely specific in the way we are going. You cannot study randomly at all. That doesn't work. It never works, I can tell you. But yes, I can 100% promise to you, it is extremely possible to have this score in GRE, in math section, quant section. Verbal, see, it's a literature, guys. I cannot 100% promise to you, because end of the day, literature depends a lot on your understanding or your own interpretation as to what you are doing, how you are doing. But if you follow the process, I can 100% promise 155 plus for sure in literature. There should be no ambiguity at all. So this is the entire syllabus of GRE exam. We'll discuss in detail what is the verbal section. Right now, today we'll start a bit of quant. But tell me, till now, any one of you have any problem over here? I'm open to all the questions now, please. Or just any problem here? Anything you want to ask, Subham? Anything you want to ask?
No problem.
No.
Manvi, any questions?
Yeah, so in verbal, what are the type of question? There is RC, there's vocab, and
No, there is sentence equivalent, RC, reading comprehension,
Hanji.
and then you have sentence equivalence and text completion. So
And what?
sentence
Okay.
equivalence and text completion is nothing but a vocabulary section, Manvi. It is
Hmm.
told, their naming is given as sentence equivalence and text completion. And what exactly is this? I'll explain it to you tomorrow
Okay. And in
when we
this,
do the
we
verbal.
should aim for 50% accuracy.
In vocabulary section for sure. If like the point is, see, are you a reader, Manvi? Do you read a lot?
Not much.
So if you are not a reader, so what happens that in vocabulary section, reader comes with a sort of unwanted leverage, you can say. Like, I personally believe that mugging up simple, like I'll give you lots of words. But listen, I don't want to give that false satisfaction to you. You know what, man, we make a card and keep mugging up the words. I personally feel these things doesn't work. It might work for someone. You might end up doing it. But I literally feel that this is all stupidity that you carry cards and keep looking into the words. Because if this is the case, then everyone in the world could be a vocabulary expert. So I personally feel, so what we can do is that I'm just trying to say you we can't target 100% if you're someone who's a non-reader. We can't target 100% of the word. But I'll tell you that how should you be remembering word? How should you be memorizing word? What I'll do is that I'll first of all, I'll 100% encourage all of you to read Economist. This is a magazine. And you don't have to buy this magazine at all. It's a very costly magazine. Like you will have to pay almost 7 to 8 thousand for every 3 months. But I will give you the PDF copy of Economist every week. Every week. So I'll tell you exactly how should you go and memorize the words. But see, if at all I have to sell it that, you know what, Manvi, go and they have a cards, write your words and keep memorizing it. That is not something how it works at all. It'll take me some time to explain how should you go around with the words. That we'll do it tomorrow, Manvi, when I'm doing verbal. Today I'll be starting quant.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
And in reading comprehension, what happened? There are two types of passes that are asked in reading comprehension. One is called logic-based RC passes, and one is called normal RC passes that you might have seen in your life. So there's a difference between what is logic-based RC passes, what is normal RC passes. So we'll have a complete discussion about verbal tomorrow for sure. But today we'll concentrate on the quant. Please, any one of you, any problem still? Any problem here? Please be
No, we
extremely
can go
open,
ahead.
guys. You please be extremely open. Do not at all hesitate in talking to me. Sakshi, any problem? Kalyani, any problem?
Sir,
No problem.
as you said, vocabulary is very hard. So, what kind of vocabulary is there?
It will be all. They'll ask you any word in the world. There's nothing called what kind of vocabulary. They could ask you anything in the world. Like let's say synesure. What is the meaning of synesure? So let's say if I ask you a meaning of this word, cynosure. This is pronounced as cynosure. But this is the way it is written is cynosure, cynosure. But it is pronounced as synesure. So what is the meaning of this word? They could ask you anything in the life. Any word in the world can be presented to you over there. You'll have to answer it. So imagine if I make it a bit easy. Any one of you? Anyone if you heard this word? If I make it a bit more easy, let's say you are, I'll give you a hint. You are, I'm making it much easier for you. Now you should be in position to answer it. You are cynosure of all eyes. Tell me, what's the meaning of this word now? Anyone? Please.
Expert.
You are expert of all eyes. Bullshit. No. Anyone else? Manvi, Ojas. You are most humbly, respectfully requested to answer, man. You are cynosure of all the, you are center of attraction. So there are a lot of words, guys. Don't worry at all. And I'm telling you, okay, this is the word now. I have told you this will never come in the exam for sure. Anything could come in the world. So let's not break our head something which is extremely, extremely unrealistic to have 100% accuracy. That's the reason I'm telling you, okay, this is not tough for you. Imagine if you are an Indian. So let's say a lot of you might have a native language of Hindi, some of you might have a native language of Marathi, but do you really feel that you know the entire vocabulary of Hindi and Marathi or whatsoever? No. So this section is tough for entire world. It's tough for even Americans. So something which is extremely, extremely tough, we should not focus a lot on that. We'll keep doing our job, whatever we can. That's the best strategy. But the place we can have 100% accuracy, we should focus on that. And that is your quant section. And then comes your reading comprehension section. Even quant and reading comprehension section, you focus properly, you are 325 for sure. And this is score is enough for you to get a call from anywhere. And even if 50% you do right in the words in the vocabulary section, this will easily reach to 330. But we have to be strategic, guys. You cannot simply go and keep preparing out of, but you keep preparing anything out of it. No, it doesn't work in that way at all. You have to 100% ensure that when you are studying, it should make sense to you. Do not do some sort of a random study at all. Am I being very clear? Perfect. So I can summarize this right now in a small wording that you have a quant section, you have a verbal section. There are two sections of quant, section 1, section 2. You will have 12 questions here. You will have 15 questions here. You will have here 23 minutes and 12 questions. This is the what, no? I forget the timing, man. 21. So 12 questions, you will have 21 minutes. And section 2, 15 questions, you will have 23 minutes. So this is 21 minutes, 12 question. And this is 23 minutes. In verbal section 1, you will have 12 questions, 18 minutes. Section 2, you will have 15 questions, 23 minutes. I have told you this is extreme. This is a completely adaptive, sectional adaptive test. If you do section 1 good, section 2 will be tougher one. If you do section 1 good in verbal, section 2 will be tougher one. But you can 100% go to any questions in section 1 and section 2. Like let's say let's say in let's say you are doing section 1. Now in question number 1 you are trapped. You feel that you will take time. You please go to question number 2 and come to question number 1 later. So it's not a question adaptive test, it's a section adaptive test. So you will have 4 section, and now you will also have one AWA, analytical writing section. This is called analytical writing. So you will be given half an hour to this section where there is an argument that's given in front of you. It's a called argument based writing. An argument will be given to you, and based on that, you will have to write your essays in half an hour. So, how you have to write, what all you have to write, we'll discuss it in detail. You don't have to worry about it. But please understand, a score of this is not included in 340 score. This is a separate thing. A score of this is not included in 340. In 340, you have just these 4 sections front of you. Be 100% sure about it. Am I making a complete sense? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Perfect. So be very clear that analytical section score is never included in your total GRE score of 340. Perfect, guys. So I think enough. This is what the entire exam looks like. And I would still suggest that this is one exam where you should not be scared of. Initially, it might be some hiccups for sure. It might get a bit overwhelming considering that it's been time you people might have not studied for competitive exam. But I promise I'll go slow. Don't at all worry about it. But yes, matlab, all I would respect you that you will have to work from next class for sure. I'll be sending you a very detailed email as to what needs to be done for this week, what needs to be done for the next week. All I expect from you is that please work before you come for the class. That's it. There is no other expectations from you at all. And I'm not even asking you that you have to be super conscious. All I'm asking you, give to at least 2 to 3 hours. Give minimum 1 hour to math, 1 hour to verbal. I promise things will be taken care of. And if you give 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour, that's an idle time. If you give 3 hours to GRE, 3 hours to your preparation every day, I'm not even telling you that you should leave your social life. You should not celebrate weekends and all. Do everything that you do. If you feel that you're busy in the night, you're busy in the evening, please go for 3 hours in the morning and study 3 hours in the morning so that there's no guilt feeling at all. If not 3 hours, at least do 2 hours. But you should, the point is that these are the exam which requires consistency. You can never tell me, Rahul, that I'm busy on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I could not study these 3 days. And that's the reason, Rahul, what happens is that I would study on Saturday and Sunday for 8 hours. This doesn't work. Please understand. You are humanly, you will not be able to study for 8 hours. It is just not possible. You will literally go mad about it. Never study just for the sake of studying it. If you feel bored, leave it for that time. It is absolutely okay not to study rather than simply studying for the sake of studying. Perfect. So let's start with the math section, guys. Let's start with the quant section today. So in quant section, what happens in GRE? That there are majorly two parts. One is called algebra, and other is called arithmetic. So in algebra, what are the chapters? Arithmetic, what are the chapters? I'll just explain. I'll just give a detailed about you. Like let's say you have first chapter called inequality in algebra. Then the second chapter is called is absolute value. This is nothing but called mods. Third chapter in this is called your statistics. Statistics is not a part of algebra, but I would still put this in algebra because we use a lot of absolute value concept. Because if you look into what is standard deviation, it's always positive. So I would still put into algebra, but it's a very separate topic, very separate topic. And then you have a number system. So in GRE math, like they ask you a question called data comparison. I'll come down to the types of a question that comes into GRE exam. So there is something called data comparison. So algebra is a favorite section of GRE from where a lot of data comparison question is asked. Now in arithmetic, you will have all these things. You will have percentage and ratio. You will have time and distance. You will have time and work. You will have sets. You will have interest, that is simple interest and compound interest. And you will percentage ratio, time and distance, time and work, you will have sets, you will have interest, and I think that's it. These are the chapters that you have. Ratio will combine your mixtures and all for sure. So this is your arithmetic part. And then two other section is geometry and coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. So you can expect, like, let's say there are 12 questions in the first section and 15 questions in other sections. So in first section, you can expect 100% out of 12 section, you can expect 4 or 5 questions of algebra alone. Easily. Easily, I'm telling you. Then you can expect 3 to 4 questions of arithmetic and two or three questions from, or let's say 4 questions from geometry and coordinate geometry. So this will give you a 12 questions. In 15 questions, again, you can expect this here 5 or 6 questions, 4 or 5 from here, and 4 or 5 from geometry and coordinate geometry. So these are the entire syllabus of quant of GR exam. And we'll be starting from algebra. Please understand one thing. In algebra, what happens? This is one chapter that will be starting today, inequalities. This is one of the very important chapter, very important. The reason behind that is if you are good in inequalities, you will be good in absolute value. If you are good with inequalities and absolute value, you will be by default good in the number system. If you ask me personally, on the individual chapter basis, number system is considered to be the most important topic anywhere in any exam in the world. You take any competitive exam, you take CAT CAT, Indian CAT exam, you take GMAT exam, you take GRE exam, you take SAT exam, you take, let's say, any Indian local exam, any Indian, like let's say you can take SNAP and all whatsoever. Number system is considered to be the most important chapter in math. The reason behind this is, guys, because this is a chapter where no theory, no extra theory is tested at all. You know the entire theory of, you know the entire theory in number system. You know what is prime number. I don't have to explain you what is prime number. I don't have to explain you what is natural number. I don't have to explain you what is even number, what is odd number. I don't have to explain you what is divisibility, what you divide, what is divisor, what is dividend, what is remainder, what is quotient. Everything is known to you. And despite that, this is a chapter where you are tricked to a different extent, all in all. But I promise if we are good in inequalities and absolute value number system by default will be taken care of. That's a promise from my end. 100%. So we'll start with inequality, but before we get into inequality, there are 5 types of question that are tested in GRE exam, and I'll explain you all those 5 types of a question. So the first one is problem solving, guys. The first question is problem solving. So a question is given with 5 options, you have to mark one answer right. And the second type is problem solving again, one math question with multiple options right. It's not written here. I've missed it by somehow. So one thing is ki problem solving, one question, 5 option, only one answer is right. And then problem solving, one question, 5 options. There could be more than one answer right. Multiple options can be right. And it will be very clearly stated to you in the question that this is a multiple choice question. More than one answer can be right. So select all that is the right answer. If one also wrong you select, it will be all wrong. Remember that. And then the third one is quantitative comparison, which is a very important one. And then comes fill in the blanks. So fill in the blanks is just for a namesake, guys. It's technically a problem solving question. They'll give you a question over here and they'll put a equal to sign, and this is fill in the blanks. So obviously you'll have to solve to fill in the blanks. And then there's a data interpretation DI. This will do at the last because data interpretation is only done when you have a good command on arithmetic and statistics. So this will do at the last, and GRE data interpretation is a very easy one. Do not worry about it. The most basic data interpretation that is tested around the world. So don't worry about that. So there are 5 types of a question that comes problem solving, 5 question, one answer right, 5 option, one answer right, 5 option, multiple answers can be right. These are the 2 type. The most important one is quantitative comparison. This is the most important one. So out of 12 question, you can expect 50% of the questions will be quantitative comparison, sometime more than 50%. And the same thing, out of 50 questions, 15 questions in section 2, you can expect 50% of the questions to be quantitative comparison. Completely. So what is quantitative comparison? I'll explain you all these things. But am I all fine now? Should we go ahead and start a bit of... So till now, what I've told you is all philosophical, all. But this is how you should begin your preparation of GRE. But should we start now topic wise? Anyone, any problem till now before we start our actual topic, inequalities? This is the first topic that we are going to discuss in the class. Anyone, any doubt till now? Please tell me. Manvi, any problem here?
No, no problem.
Ojas, any problem? Chandan, any problem here?
Nothing.
Kalyani, Ta-
No,
Tashvin, any problem? Shubham, any problem here till now?
No, all
There
good.
should be no problem because technically I have not discussed any conceptual part. It's all philosophy that I've given you till now. But this is required because before you start up your preparation, you should know the exam in a very holistic way. So you should know exactly. So let's start with the inequalities. Now you'll start having problem, but please ensure, please keep asking me questions and all, because this is one chapter I want you to be 100% in command with. And this is one chapter that you have to ensure that you are good at, because if you are not good in this chapter, your entire algebra section will suffer, remember, and then I will not be able to help you at all. I promise that. This is one thing which is extremely important. I can tell you. Okay. So before we get into inequalities, tell me what is the basic of inequality. So imagine if I say you x is equal to 5. What is this called? This is called equation, right? I think I'm very much clear. Anything equal to sign means it's an equation. But inequalities means what? What is the basics of inequality? It is greater than equal to, less than equal to. These are the 4 signs that are called as inequalities. Imagine if I say x is greater than 5. What is the difference between x is equal to 5? This is called value of x. Understand? That x is equal to 5. X is greater than 5. This is called range of x. If x is greater than 5, or if I say you x is greater than equal to 5, these are called inequality equation. Agreed? So if something is equal to, this is called equation. If something is greater than equal to, or less than equal to. These are all called inequality equation. So what happens in general algebra? It's not about inequalities. In general algebra, signs of variables are very important, guys. So you might be extremely scared looking into variables x, y, z, but there's nothing to be scared about it at all. So in general algebra, what happens? Signs of variables are extremely important. Signs of variables are extremely important. Now, what do I mean by signs of variables are extremely important? So imagine if it is written minus x, what exactly is your interpretation to this? What do you mean by minus x? Anyone? Please keep speaking. It does not matter you speak right or wrong. It doesn't at all matter. What do you mean by minus x?
That it's a sign of a variable.
What do you mean by sign of variable, Tashwin?
For example, if my x value is 1, so it will be minus 1. And let's say if my x value is negative 1, then it will be positive 1 because
That's
negative, negative.
beautiful. That's beautiful. So please understand one thing, guys. Minus x does not mean x is negative. This is a very normal notion. And this itself, the first thing is wrong. If this is one thing that you get wrong, then it's all over. It minus x never means x is negative. Please understand this. Negative x means negative and x are two different elements. Now, in order to make you understand in much better way, negative x simple means negative 1 cross x. Negative x never ever means x is negative. Please understand this. Anywhere you see negative y, you will have your interpretation that y is negative, but that's stupidity. That's illogical. You will see minus z. You will have your own interpretation that z is negative, which is crap. No, it means negative and y are two separate elements. Here it means negative and z are two separate elements. These are all two separate elements. What exactly do I mean by this now? So see here, if it is written negative x, point is you can 100% say that you cannot conclude the value of negative x till we are sure what is the value of x. Am I making a complete sense? Yes or no? So negative x, imagine x is equal to negative 5. So negative of x will be negative of negative 5. That is 5. Imagine x is equal to, I say 6. So negative x will be negative 6. So in this case, negative x is a positive number. Check. In this case, negative x is a negative number. Am I being clear? Any problem here? So please understand negative x does not mean x is negative. It means ki negative and x are two separate elements. I cannot conclude about negative x till I am very sure what is the value of x. When I say you what is the value of x, it is what is the sign of x. Am I being very clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Anyone, any problem till now? Manvi?
No.
Sakshi, any problem? Chandan, any problem?
No, no.
All clear?
Yeah.
So imagine in the same way, if I say you negative xy, I don't know what is the value of x and what is value of y. It means simple. Negative xy means these are three different elements. Element number 1, negative. Element number 2, element number 3. We cannot conclude about negative xy until we are very sure about values of x and y separately. Be 100% clear with this. We are not sure about negative xyz. Negative xyz means simple. It never means ki xy is negative. Please always understand, because I have seen a lot of time people doing negative xy means Rahul xy is negative. No, xy is not negative. Point is till it is given to you explicitly in the question that x is positive and y is positive. You cannot say negative xy is a negative number. To conclude what is the value of negative xy, I need to very clearly understand what is the value of x and y. I means what is the sign of x and y. And same thing logic goes for this negative xyz. It means I cannot conclude about this until I know because these are four different elements. Element number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I cannot conclude about this until I'm sure about the sign of x, y, and z or the value of x, y, and z. Simple logic. So always remember, anywhere in the question paper or while you're studying, you see negative x or you see negative y or you see negative z. Never ever it means ki x, y, z is negative. Absolutely no. It means that you don't know what it means. Simple that negative and x are two different elements. I cannot conclude about negative x till I'm very sure about what is the sign of x or what is the value of x. So it is extremely important in algebra section. I would not say inequality that the first job in the algebra questions are to understand that are you sure about the sign of variables or not. Imagine if I give you one question here, x, y greater than 0. What can you conclude? So xy greater than 0, what is your understanding from here in terms of sign? What do you mean by this? I'm telling you the most basic stuff of inequality.
Both x and y are positive numbers.
Why positive numbers?
Both x and y
Um,
have the same sign.
Same sign.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is something that you have to say. You can never say positive and negative. Always think first in terms of sign. Because moment you are confused, take number now. 2 cross 2 is what? Greater than 0. Minus 2 cross minus 2 is what? Greater than 0. Check. It means x and y are of same sign. Sign of x and y is same. Am I right? Yes or no? Please tell me. Anyone, any problem here? If I say you xy less than 0, what do you mean by this? Sign of x and y are opposite. Your first job whenever you see any question is to understand, do you know the sign of x and y or not? So xy less than 0 means sign of x and y are opposite. If x is positive, y should be negative. If x is negative, y should be positive. Am I making a complete sense here or not? Please tell me. Moment you are confused, take some numbers for yourself and do it. So in this case, they are both positive or they are both negative. So imagine 2 cross negative 3 is less than 0 or negative 2 cross 3 is less than 0. So when I say xy greater than 0, simple means sign of x and y is same. When I say x and y less than 0 means sign of x and y are opposite. Anyone, any problem here? Please ask me. Because now there will be a problem that will come. Imagine if I say you x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. What do you mean by this? It means x is less than a or x is greater than b. But what is the exact meaning of this? I'll explain that to you. Don't worry. If I say you x minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0, what do you understand from here? X minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0? Anyone? Please tell. Anyone, guys? You are most humbly, respectfully requested to speak. X minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0. What does this mean? Please just check here.
That
Do nothing.
x is less than 5
Huh?
and x is more than 10.
Yes, that's good. But all of you, please understand, it will, so x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. It means x is less than a or x is greater than b. I'll explain you in detail. But please understand this a bit. Because if you have not seen the video, it will be a bit of problem. But I'll go very slow today. But it's my humble request, guys, because if you really want to enjoy math now, I don't care about it. So I just send you some videos and all before the class. I might have sent you for this class also some videos. Some of you might have received late, some of you might have received before. I'm so sorry about it, but now you will start receiving on a proper time. 1 week prior, you will have the videos for you. All I want you to just go through the video once, not that you understand everything in the video. No, at least you are very clear. You will have a very clear understanding in the class, because before you come for the class, you will have a straight away understanding ki what is going to happen. And the video that I'm sending is only of the class video itself, something that I'm going to teach you. So you will have a very clear understanding ki where is the place you are being trapped upon, what is the thing that you are not understanding, so that when you come to the class, your discussion with me in the class is super fine. There should be no problem about that part at all. Completely fine. And that's the reason I would suggest you from next class, do nothing. And I'm not asking you to be super conscious when you're going through the video. I just want that you go through the video so that you are very clear as to what's going to happen in the class. You will have a great understanding from there. I promise to you. And then when you come for the class, I literally promise you, you will have an absolutely beautiful understanding. Very beautiful understanding. So when I say you x minus a into x minus b greater than 0, it says x is less than a and x is greater than b. Please understand here what we are trying to do, that minus and a are two different elements. Minus and b are two different elements. If the structure is exactly in the same form, you can always write a is a smaller element and b is a bigger element. Remember. Tell me one thing. Is this exactly in the same format? Yes or no? X minus 5 into x minus 10. Minus and 5 are two separate elements. Minus and 10 are two separate elements. So tell me between a and b, between 5 and 10, which is the lesser value? 5, right? Am I sure?
Minus
So
10.
no, not minus 10. I've told you minus and a and minus and b are two separate elements. So don't look into minus 10. Look into 5 and 10. Which is the lesser value?
5.
So x is less than. So this will be your a and this will be your b. So x is less than 5 or x is greater than 10. Now tell me, I have written you x is less than 5 or x is greater than 10. What is the meaning of this, guys? What exactly you mean by this? Imagine now I have told you x minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0. I am telling you this means x is less than 5 or x is greater than 10. All I am trying to understand, what is the meaning of this? What do you understand by this? X is less than 5 or x is greater than 10. Please tell me one thing. I'm trying to connect to the most basic stuff. 1 second. Sorry. Imagine if I say you x square is equal to 36. What is the value of x, by the way? Anyone?
Plus minus 6.
Plus 6 or minus 6, right? Anyone who has not understood x square is equal to 36? I think all of you know this for sure, irrespective of the background you're from. X square is equal to 36 means x can be positive 6, x can be negative 6. Am I right? Now, what is this value means? You got that x is equal to positive 6 and x is equal to negative 6. What exactly is this? This is called solution of x. Please understand. This is called values of x. And this is called root of the equation. So all these three words are eventually the same thing. So when I say this is value of x, x is equal to plus 6 or minus 6, what is the meaning of it? The meaning of it is simple, that when you put this back into the equation, you will see LHS is equal to RHS. Please check. When you put x is equal to 6, do you think LHS is equal to RHS? Or when you put x is equal to minus 6, do you think LHS is equal to RHS, right? So when you solve an equation, you get values of x. What is this values of x? This is nothing but a solution of equation. Solution of equation means when you put this value back into the equations, your LHS will be equal to RHS. Simple, straightforward logic. Am I being very sure? Yes or no? Please tell me. Anyone who didn't follow? Manvi, is this clear?
Yeah, clear.
Sakshi, any problem here? Shubham, any problem?
No problem.
Shubham Bari, any problem? Now come down to this. So this is what called is solution of the equation. Now please understand what we have written. So please understand this is no formula, guys. I want to make it very clear. This is absolutely no formula. This is called, so this is solution of a equation. It means that if you solve this equation, this is what you will get. X less than 5 and x greater than 10. So this is called solution of a equation. Now when I say you it's a solution of equation, what does this mean? This means that if you put any value of x less than 5 over here, this equation should suffice. So x value, what is input any value of x less than 5? 4 is less than 5, right? Let's say x is equal to 4. If I put x is equal to 4 here, 4 minus 5 minus 1 into 4 minus 10 minus 6 minus 1 into minus 6, 6 greater than 0. Check. Or you put any value of x greater than 10, this equation should satisfy. So imagine I have value of x greater than 10, x is equal to 20. If I put 20, 20 minus 5 is what? 15. And 20 minus 10 is what? 10. Is this greater than 0? Yeah. So this is called solution of a equation. Am I being very clear? Yes or no? So please understand, this is not a formula. If at all you solve this particular equation, which you don't have to, but I'll show you by solving, don't worry about it. I'll 100% show you by solving. If at all you solve this equation, this is what you are going to get. But I'll tell you how should you write the equation directly. But before I tell you how should you write the equation directly, let me solve it so that you understand exactly what we are trying to do. But even if you do not understand, it's absolutely fine. Check here. So I have told you what? X minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0. Tell me what exactly should I do for solving this? How do I solve it? Let's say this is A and this is B. AB greater than 0 means what, guys? What do you mean by AB greater than 0?
A and B have same sign.
Sign of A and B are same, right?
Yeah.
Now here my A is x minus 5 into x minus 10. Now imagine I'm trying to solve AB greater than 0. So I'll have to consider, because I don't know x minus 5 as a term is positive or negative. I don't know x minus term as a term is positive or negative. So I have no idea about it. So I'll have to consider A as positive, B as positive, A as negative, B as negative. So my case 1 is what? That if A is positive, A is what? X minus 5. If x minus 5 is greater than 0, then B should be positive. That is x minus 10 should be greater than 0. So if x is greater than 5, then x should be greater than 10. I'm right. Now imagine if I draw a line, simple. This is 5 and this is 10. If x is greater than 5, x should be greater than 10 and x is greater than 10. Tell me what is the common value? Anyone? What is the common value? X greater than 10, right? Because this is a part. X is greater than 10. Now case 2 is what? I've taken case 1. If A is positive, B is positive. Now I'm taking case 2. If A is negative, B is negative. Like if x minus 5 is less than 0, then x minus 10 is also less than 0. Am I right? That is, if x is less than 5, then x is less than 10. Am I 100% right? Yes or no? Imagine this is 5 and this is 10. X less than 5. This is my value. X less than 10. What is my common value? See, x less than 5 and x greater than 10. See, we were directly able to write this x less than 5 or x greater than 10 here. Check. Why should we go and do all these things? I have just shown you that this is not a formula. This is solution of a equation. Solution of a equation means, guys, that you will have to solve it to get the value. But please understand, any equation in this form, you can directly write the solution in this way. You don't have to go and solve it. This is absolute crap. You should not be doing it at all. I've just shown you because there's a way why we are doing it. You should know this. But if you don't know the process, it's absolutely fine. Nothing to bother about. Absolutely nothing to be bothered about. Am I making a complete sense? Yes or no? Anyone who didn't follow this? Please, please, please keep talking, guys. Do not be silent in the class. It's the worst thing that can ever happen.
Understood.
So now here you see. Now I have told, now I'll explain you how to directly write the solution. I don't want you to go through all these things, that AB greater than 0, case 1 is this, case 2 is this. What I have told you simple. What is my logic? X minus A into x minus B greater than 0. It means x is less than A or x is greater than B. I know that A is a smaller element and B is a bigger element, right? Imagine if I give you a equation x minus 20 into x minus 10 greater than 0. What will be the solution? Can you please write it fast? First of all, understand, is this in this form? X minus A into x minus B. This is exactly in this form, x minus A into x minus B. And this is greater than 0. Check here. And this is greater than 0. So exactly in this form. Now my job is to what? Understand this minus and 20 are separate element, minus and 10 are separate element. Now tell me between 10 and 20, which is lesser one? Please tell.
10.
So 10 will be considered as A and 20 will be considered as B. So your equation become x is less than 10 or x is greater than 20. This is the solution. Now you put any value of x less than 10 or any value of x greater than 20 over here. This equation will suffice. Am I making a complete sense? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Please tell me.
Yes.
Anyone who has a doubt? Sakshi, any problem here? Kalyani, any problem here?
No,
Or
sir.
just any problem?
Nope.
All clear?
Yes.
Perfect. So now come down to this place. Okay. So x minus a into x minus b greater than, this is fine. Now I'll give you some other question. Imagine x minus 5 into x plus 10 greater than 0. So your job is always and always to ensure that you first convert it into form of x minus a into x minus b. So first do this conversion and then again try to find out the solution. Please try. Hello. Hello. हाँ भैया उसको अप्रूवल देने बोलो ना उसको बोलो मैं दे दूंगा गेट कीपर को बोलो मैं दे दूंगा उसको अप्रूवल भेजने के लिए बोलो So first convert into this form x minus a into x minus b. Simple logic.
Is the answer x is less than 5, x is more than minus 10?
No, but
X
tell me
is less than minus 10 and or x is greater than 5.
absolutely because if I convert first thing, this is x minus 5. See here. This is already fine, but this is plus 10. So I have to convert it into form of negative. So x negative of negative 10. Is this exactly same thing that I'm writing or not? Please tell me. Any problem here? Any problem? No, right? Now, x minus a. Now tell me between 5 and negative 10, which is a small number, which is a big number. Please ensure, I have told you, this negative, this is
Minus
separate
10.
element. So minus 10 is a smaller number. So x is less than negative 10 or x is greater than 5. Am I making a complete sense, Tashwin?
Yes,
Any
yes.
problem here?
I made that mistake.
Or just, is this clear?
Yes. Clear.
Very clear?
Yes. Yes.
So now imagine I'm writing one more. Last, x plus 10 into x plus 20 greater than 0. What do you mean by this? Do nothing. Your first job is to convert everything in this form. Always remember. This is one thing. Your first job is to convert it into this form. And after that, then you use x minus a into x minus b logic. It's very
X
simple
is
if you
less than
understand.
minus 20 and x is more than minus 10.
That's beautiful. Now see here, x negative of negative 10 into x negative of negative 20 greater than 0. Now tell me this is a and this is between minus 10 and minus 20, which is the smaller one? Minus 20. So this is a and this is b. Now see here, negative and these two are different element, negative and these two are different elements. So my job is simple now. X is less than negative 20 or x is greater than negative 10. That's it. That does the job. Am I right? Any problem, guys? Please tell me. Any problem?
No.
Now, so what we did right now was that if x minus a into x minus b is greater than 0, x should be less than a or x should be greater than b, where a is a smaller element and b is a bigger element. Simple, straightforward logic. If I say you that if x minus a into x minus b is less than 0, it simple means again, everything should remain the same. In place of greater than 0, if it is less than 0, then x lies between a and b. And please understand, this is nothing but a solution of a equation. This is no formula, guys. So what I'm trying to say you, that if x minus 5 into x minus 10 is less than 0, it means x lies between 5 and 10. What is the meaning of this? It means this equation is only possible for the values of x that lies between 5 and 10. So A is a smaller element again. Always remember left side is the smaller element, right side is the bigger element. Simple logic. And remember that minus and A are two different elements. Minus and B are also two different elements. Very clearly. There should be no doubt about it at all. So when I say x minus 5 into x minus 10 less than 0, x lies between 5 and 10. 5 is a smaller one and 10 is a bigger one. So all I'm trying to say you here that put any values of x between 5 and 10 over here. Let's say I'll take x is equal to 6. X is equal to 6 lies between 5 and 10. Now 6 minus 5 is what, guys? 1. Into 6 minus 10 is what? Negative 4. So this is less than 0. Check. Am I making a complete sense? Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So if I give you a normal simple question, again, exactly the same. Everything should remain the same. Don't be confused at all. Everything remains the same. It's just that in case of less than 0, x lies between a and b. In case of greater than 0, x lies outside of a and b. So imagine if I'm giving you one simple question, x plus 10 into x plus 30 less than 0. Directly do this question. Tell me the answer and we'll go. I'll not disturb you. We'll go to the next concept. Aram se. Ensure that you convert everything in form of x minus a into x minus b.
Minus 30 is less than x. X is less than minus 10.
So x is lies between negative 30 and negative 10. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Any problem here? Please tell.
No problem.
Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So now see here. So this is very clear, no? Now imagine if I say you x square is greater than x. What is your thought process looking at this place? X square is greater than x. What exactly you mean by this? What is the meaning of this? X square greater than x.
X is more than 1.
X is more than?
1.
No. Once more, please.
If you factorize, it should be,
All I'm
yeah,
trying to say, if this is the stuff that is written over here, you have to, so if it is written x square greater than x, so your thought process should be for what values of x, for what values of x this expression is possible. Simple, I'm trying to ask you. For what values of x this expression is possible? Think now. You put the values of x and check it for yourself. Imagine if I put x is equal to 1. Do you think 1 square is greater than 1? No. If I put x is equal to 0, do you think 0 square is greater than 0? No. If I put x is equal to, let's say, 2, so 2 square is greater than 2, 4 is greater than 2. So if I put any value of x greater than 1, this is 100% possible? Yes or no?
yes.
And if I put any values of x less than 0, in that case also this is 100% possible? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? Any problem here? Because you put any value x less than 0, because if you put any value of x less than 0, left side will become positive. And positive is greater than the negative number because right side will be a negative number. Am I right? Any problem, guys? Please tell me. Any problem here? Now imagine you didn't understand anything over here. Let's say you have no understanding that what do I mean by x square greater than x? Let's say. So in this case, if you have no understanding, what do you mean by x square greater than x? Then let's solve this equation. Now, how do we solve it? If I ask you to solve this, Can you cut this and say x greater than 1? Is this right or wrong? Please tell. Is this right or wrong?
Wrong, because we don't know the sign of.
Yes, you should 100% understand that whether this variable is positive. If this variable is not positive, if it is not explicitly mentioned that if x is positive, you cannot cut out the variables. You can't cut out, you can't cross multiply. So imagine if I ask you to solve x greater than 1 by x, you cannot say x square greater than 1. This is wrong. No way this can be right. Agreed? Please check here. So you cannot cut it, you cannot cut and cross multiply the variable until it is explicitly mentioned to you in the question that x is positive. Remember that. 100%. So if I can't cut and cross multiply, then how do I solve? Now, but I can always transpose the variable from one side to other side. I just have to solve it. So imagine x square minus x greater than 0. Can I write this? And this is x into x minus 1 greater than 0. Am I right? Now x into x, can I write this x as x minus 0? Please tell me. Can I write? And this 1 is negative 1 because 5 can be written as 5 minus 0. 6 can be written as 6 minus 0. Anything minus 0 is anything. Agreed? Yes or no? So if I can write it in this way, this x as x minus 0, if I can write it this x as x minus 0, it means I have a straight away clarity either x is less than 0 or x is greater than 1. And this is what we have got when we thought on this equation. When I thought of this, how did I think of this? For what values of x this equation is possible? So my thought process was, when I plugged in the values, I saw x is greater than 1 or x is less than 0. Even if I solve it, my solution should 100% come according to what I have thought in based on the numbers. So if I solve it, I get same thing, x is less than 0 or x is greater than 1. But what exactly you mean by x is less than 0 and x is greater than 1? The meaning is, guys, for x less than 0 and x greater than 1, x square greater than x value will satisfy. That's it. Am I making a complete sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yep.
Any problem, anyone? Ojas, any problem here?
No.
Sakshi, any problem? Tashwin? Things are
No
very
problem.
simple, but just you'll have to revisit it 100%. I'll tell you how should you be studying, don't worry. So this is now imagine if it is in x square less than x. X square less than x simple means just solve it. You don't do anything. If you are not understanding or if you don't want to put a pressure on your brain that for what value of x this is possible, then your brain should 100% understand. Okay, let's solve it. Now, how do I solve it? I'll put x square minus x less than 0. And then I'll put x into x minus 1 less than 0. And then I'll put here x minus 0 into x minus 1 less than 0. So x minus a into x minus b less than 0. What we have done, x minus a into x minus b less than 0 means x lies between a and b, 0 and 1. So those two derivations, what I have told you, x minus a into x minus b greater than 0, x minus a into x minus b less than 0, it will help you a lot. So you have to take your own numbers and ensure that you are very clear with that definition. So this means x lies between 0 and 1. It simple means, guys, x square less than x. It only satisfies for the value when x lies between 0 and 1. If you take any value lying between 0 and 1, this equation will satisfy, or else this equation will not satisfy at all. If I take x is equal to half, now check half square is less than half. Am I right? Give me 1 second. No, there's someone at the door. I'll come. Just check this. Is this clear? But if you put any other value, imagine I put a value x is equal to 2, which does not lie between 0 and 1. But do you really think 2 square is less than 2? No. 4 is not less than 2. So am I making a complete sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. Any problem? Any problem? No, right? Now that brings me to the next concept. I promise to you, if these are the theory that you are clear with, no questions of inequality from any world, where in the world for GR exam will not be solved by you. But you just have to ensure, guys, that I'll send the videos to you by night. You will have to go and watch video at least 2 or 3 times and make a very complete, have a very complete mental statistical note. Okay, if this happened, this happened, this happened, that happens. It should be done, and only then things will be very fruitful for you. Latter part. Because when I do the questions, I'll come back all to this theory part and to remind you that these are the things that we have already done. So the next theory, that is, I can take it as a that even powers cannot be predicted. What do you mean by this? What does this mean? This brings us to the conclusion that imagine if x is greater than y, can I be 100% sure that x square will be greater than y square? Imagine 10 is greater than 5. I can say 10 square is greater than 5 square, right? But guys, please understand 10 is also greater than minus 20 now. Do you really think 10 square will be greater than minus 20 square? Please tell me this.
No.
No. So point is ki if x is greater than y, x square greater than y square, we cannot predict about this. You can tell me, ki, Rahul, we are doing all these things, but how will these theories come into use? I'll bring all this theory into use when I'm teaching you the problems. So x square greater than y square, we cannot predict about this. We can't predict about this expression till we are sure about the values of x and y. About values of x and y. Simple, straightforward logic. Now imagine, I have told you even powers cannot be predicted. I've written some very harsh statement over here, very harsh. So I'll have to show you some other stuff also. Imagine if I say you, if x is greater than y square, if x is greater than y square, I can tell you, because we have made some very harsh statement that even powers cannot be predicted. I can say you x could be greater than y for some values, or x could be less than y. Now how? I'll just explain that to you. See here, imagine if I take x is equal to 10, y is equal to 2. Can I say 10 is greater than 2 square? X is greater than y square. And 10 is greater than 2 also, right? But imagine I take x is equal to 1 by 3 and y is equal to half. 1 by 3 is greater than half a square. 1 by 3 is greater than 1 by 4. But technically 1 by 3 is less than half. Now check here. I'm saying you x is greater than y square. Agreed? 10 is greater than 2 square. And in this case, x is greater than y. Now check here, x is greater than y square. X is 1 by 3, y is 1 by 2. But in this case, x is less than y. So again, if x is greater than y square, it is given to you. It does not essentially means that x will be greater than y always. No. X could be greater than y or x could be less than y. So again, I can tell you, if x is greater than y square, we cannot predict about, we can't predict about x and y until we are sure about the values of x and y. And that leads me to the third explanation again, that if x square is greater than y, because I have written some very harsh statement. Please understand. I have written a statement that even powers can never be predicted. All I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to give you a reason from every aspect that why I have written this. Even powers cannot be predicted. Now, a lot of questions, lot of people ask me, Ki, Rahul, what you have taught, even powers cannot be predicted, is a very beautiful thing to know. But I literally have no understanding. How will I use this in the question? You don't worry about it at all. When I come to the question, I'll use it beautifully and I'll show it to you. Matlab, these are the things which will make your question solving skills super easy. I'm telling you. I don't have to explain you all these things. I can directly go and get into the question now, because we have done almost every bit of inequalities for sure, all the theory part. But trust me, these are the things which will help you a lot. And I can only explain you when I do questions front of you. But these are the bare minimum theory that we have to know. So I've told you if x greater than y, x square greater than y square, we can't predict this. Even powers cannot be predicted. If x is greater than y square, I cannot predict कि x is greater than y. X can be greater than y, x can be less than y. All depends on the value of x and y. Now I'm taking a third case here that if x square is greater than y, still I can't predict x is greater than y or not. X may be greater than y or x may be less than y. I'll take a simple example over here. See, x is equal to 5, y is equal to, let's say, 4. Can I say 5 square is greater than 4? And 5 is greater than 4. Imagine I take x is equal to 3 here, y is equal to 4. Can I say 3 square is greater than 4? But 3 is technically less than 4. Now check here. Can I say x square is greater than y? See, and x is greater than y here. Can I say x square is greater than y? And check, x is less than y here. So if x square is greater than y, x could be greater than y, x could be less than y. It all depends. It all depends on the values of x and y. So we can't predict anything about x and y for sure. So guys, this is almost which sums up the entire inequality theory. There may be one or two more. It's all in terms of sign. Imagine what I've said you in the beginning, AB greater than 0. What does this mean? That A and B are of same sign, both positive or both negative, right? Tell me one thing. What do you mean by A by B greater than 0? What does this mean? Please tell. What is the meaning of A by B? In terms of sign, always. Whenever I ask you this, it is only in terms of sign.
They both have same sign.
Absolutely. Both could be positive or both could be negative. Am I right? Straightforward logic. So you take 3 by 4 greater than 0, or you take minus 5 by minus 2 greater than 0, because these two becomes positive, right? Any problem here? Any problem? So it means that sign of A and B are same. And same thing logic goes here. AB less than 0 means A and B are of opposite sign. If A is positive, B is negative. If A is negative, B is positive. And A by B less than 0 means what? Again, they are of opposite sign. A and B are of opposite sign. Agreed? Yes or no? Please tell me. Any problem here? Any problem? Please tell. Clear? Any problem, guys? It's getting too much or what?
No,
I
it's
hope.
clear.
I know it's too much because people have not studied. I'll stop. I'll stop in next 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes, I'll stop. For today. But from next class, please study a bit and come before the class. Then it will be very interesting. I promise to you, it might look tough to you, but I'll send you the videos today in the night. You just once go and watch it again. I promise any problem of inequality can be solved within seconds. The reason, because see, I don't have to do all these things right in the first class. But I want you to go through it. See, it's no point me making you solve x minus y is equal to 10, x plus y is equal to 20. Give me values of x and y. If you want me to make you solve all these questions, it's all stupidity. Give me some time, give me 2, 3 class. I promise to you everything will be fine. But please ensure, I understand very good people, it becomes hard to digest things right in the first class. But I'll tell you how should you be studying verb, how should you be studying quant section, algebra section. I won't take more time. Give me 10 more minutes and I'll stop. Just one thing more. A by B great AB greater than 0 means A and B are of same sign. A by B greater than 0 means A and B are of same sign. AB less than 0 means A and B are of opposite sign. A by B less than 0 means A and B are of opposite sign. I'll just ask you one more question and I'm stopping after this. A by B greater than 1, what does this mean? Please aram se think and tell me you don't. And what I have taught you now, I swear to God, you don't need a rocket science brain to understand this. These are the things which we have been doing right from our childhood. But it's just that we have never concentrated on this way. You see the video again, I promise to you everything will be super clear. What do you mean by A by B greater than 1?
A is greater than B.
That's a half-hearted answer, Tashwin.
Uh, Provided that we have same signs and
So A by B greater than 1. A by B greater than 0. One thing is same. A by B greater than 0, I say sign is same, right? A by B greater than 1 also, it means ki sign should be same because this is also positive number, right? But please understand one thing. 3 by 4 is positive, but it is not greater than 1. But it is still positive. So when A by B is greater than 1, two cases comes into pictures. Case 1, sign is same. So when A and B are positive, when A and B are positive, for a fraction A over B to be greater than 1, A should be greater than B. Case 2, when A and B are negative, for a fraction A over B to be greater than 1, A should be less than B. That's it. That is, let's say minus 10 by minus 5 is greater than 1 and minus 10 is less than minus 5. Check. So when fractions, when A and B are negative, then for A fraction A over B to be greater than 1, A should be less than B. Minus 10 by minus 5. Minus 10 is less than minus 5. But when A and B are positive, and for a fraction A over B to be greater than 1, A should be greater than B. Am I right? I swear to God, any inequality theory, any questions of inequality from anywhere in the world, you should be in a position to solve with this theory. But again, understanding theory is not enough, guide. The whole point is ki how do we use this theory while solving the question? That is something which is extreme, that is something which is very important stuff. Everyone in the world can understand theory, I'm telling you. Anyone can understand theory very well. But just understanding theory doesn't do the job. You have to understand how do you solve this question with the help of theory that we have done today. I understand it might have taken a toll on you today, for sure, because all of a sudden so much of information sometimes sometimes is tough to get in. I promise that. I 100% understand that. So let's do one thing. Let's do question. So what I can do to for tomorrow's stuff, like what I can do for what I can do is tomorrow that let's in the first half tomorrow, let's for next 1 hour, let's discuss math, little bit of a questions over here. Today, the theory that we have done. And then next 1 hour or 1.5 hours, I'll discuss verbal. I promise to you, verbal will be very entertaining because in math, you need to use a lot of your brain to understand it. So I will not be solving question today or else it will be extremely madness for you, all of you. All I want today is that what theory we have done, I'll send you a video in next 2 hours. I'll send the videos on your email. Let's have tomorrow first 1 hour. Let's discuss the some questions of the chapter that we are doing, so that there's no huge gap. If I leave it for the next Saturday's discussion, there'll be a humongous gap. So all I want that the theory that I have done today was that video theory all at once by yourself. Just watch it, the same video. I'll send you the video today. All I want that tomorrow first hour, let me solve some questions so that you have an idea of the theory that we did, how it will be used when we solve the question. It will be most beautiful thing. And then next 1.5 hours, we can discuss verbal. And I promise to you, verbal is something that you would love. Verbal is something where you will have a beautiful understanding. Verbal is all about discussion. So tomorrow you discuss as much as you can in verbal with me for sure. We'll keep it for next after 1 hour. But first 1 hour, let's discuss a maths problem so that things are not very heavy for you. Am I right? Because I'm very sure if I start solving problem, all of you will sleep. I'm 1000% sure about it. Agreed? So let's do it tomorrow. Same time, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Zoom link for the tomorrow's class remains the same, guys. Is that clear? Any
Yep,
problem?
clear.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah, Tashwin, tell me. Yes,
uh,
Manvi.
have you,
Yeah. Who was
sir,
talking?
have you any booklet for formulas or examples like I have to revise
Yeah,
before
yeah.
the class?
Yes. I've given you the booklets in the first email, Kalyani. Just check that email. I've given you
Okay.
the entire handout of what we are discussing in the class. And the theory that I've
Oh,
explained you, this is the theory. So do one thing, watch the video again. Please make a note of it. I promise to you, you don't need more than this theory for solving any questions of inequality. That's a bold promise from my end. And tomorrow, when
okay,
I
sir.
solve questions in the class, you will be in position to connect very beautifully to it. I promise to you. But just do one thing, that was the theory, was the entire video again. Next 2 hours, you'll get a video for yours. I'll send you the entire class videos. Anyone, any problem? Please tell me. Manvi, Kalyani, Sakshi, any problem? Tashwin,
No, sir.
any problem?
No problem.
So chalo, let's meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and tomorrow we'll do 1 hour of maths question. I'm not doing it today because I think it's getting very heavy for all of you. It is heavy, all of a sudden you are coming. And then next 1 hour we'll do verbal, and verbal will be very entertaining, I promise to you. Just verbal may, I don't know if you will be able to study or not, but I'll just start off verbal. And next week onward, we'll have a detailed understanding where if you come by studying, you will love the class. I promise that to you. And verbal will be super good. It will be full of discussions. I will not simply be speaking. Perfect then. Chalo sir, bye for today. Let's meet tomorrow.
Right.
Bye. And the links
Okay.
remains the same. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye,
sir.
Rahul. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.